We finally got a new design node on AQ World Infinity, aka AQ2D. Let's check it out. All I want for Frostvale is my enemy's 2 front teeth, also to beat GTA 6 to launch. I've been working super hard on AQ World Infinity this year, would love to show you some of it. This is the first image we got of a dragon flying through the new intro. It says Dragon Flight, but there's the dragon coming through. Then you can see him take another pass in the back as well, but that is really cool. I like that. We went classic AQ Worlds when making Infinity's new intro. Love the detailed work on the new dragon and animation for the scene above. This is also an image of the dragon, and then this is another image. I'm not sure why there's 2 images though, but anyways, pretty detailed new dragon for something that will be so tiny in the background of your screen. This is a GIF showing the physics, moving the boxes around, which I think is a really cool idea, having actual physics in the game. Sneevils love boxes with physics. One part of the intro will feature a bookstore being raided by Sneevils, and there are books and boxes on the floor. We wondered, would it be possible to kick them around? We started adding physics to props like these boxes. Then Ghost Animator did something clever and made it so when you use punt command, it would hit any prop with physics on them harder. That is a pretty cool idea. And there's the physics working. Unnecessary level of attention to shadows. The shadow on the box gets smaller the further up you lift it and eventually becomes invisible. This will make objects fallen into our 2.5D world feel more immersive. The script was fun to create, so you can see the shadow right here, and as you go up it disappears. So that is definite level of detail right there. Very, very cool. There is the new dragon blade. Look at the animations on that. Woo, that is super cool. Infinity Dragon Blade. The new prize has been added to the rebuilt Dragon's Lair. Players will be able to earn this steampunk-inspired version of the Dragon Blade in Infinity and take it back to AQ Worlds if they would like. Ghost nailed the animation on this, and yeah, he definitely did. There's another GIF showing Princess Monster 1 fighting, actually using a dragon to fight for her, with Artix using the Infinity Blade, the Infinity Dragon Blade. That's what it looks like in the game, so that's pretty cool. Ring of Dragon Control. This was the first double monster animation in the game. Nolgath's technique and tech have really been taking the animations of the game's monsters to the next level. Comparing this to the original AQ World version is as different as night and day. Wordplay. Noticed she did not look crazy enough. Dun dun dun. So that's how she looks normally. That's how she looks crazy. Power corrupts. Absolute power is crazy fun. And then this is a image we have of, I'm not exactly sure, but you can see his rank and then her rank and the different toggles for when you have the dev mode on. And this is also what it looks like down here. Dragon Slayer class. Immortal Joe, dev, and the crew created new skills for the Dragon Slayer. Always loved that the mana-like resource that the Dragon Slayer used is determination. Always think of Galanoth's face staring down a massive dragon while remembering his childhood. Determination. And there's the first one. It says Fire Starter. Miss Guy is lit. And then there they are fighting. This is Dragon Slayer's 3rd skill, apparently, but that's really nice animation. I love that swing. Dragon Slayer's 3rd skill is this super long piece that also can skewer anything standing behind your target. Sorry, Warlick. Warlick. Actually, Warlick is a player. If he had been a monster, my attack box would have actually hit him. This game has a lot of AoE skills now, yes. We are, however, being very careful to keep auto attack a single attack skill unless you intentionally do something that makes it area of effect, so that you do not get trapped endlessly fighting monsters in a tight room. Dragon Slayer has a skill that makes your auto attack into a merciless AoE destroyer. Whoa, that's neat. And here's the enhancements or enchantments. Spider has been working on an enchantment system working in Infinity. This is what gives your weapons, armor, and gear power. In AQ Worlds, we have enhancements, and we needed something different to avoid confusion. After going through hundreds of names from Power Core, Battle Gem, to Rune, we ultimately decided on Enchantment since it was immersive and lore friendly. Monsters drop enchantments which can power up your gear with. You can power up your gear with, or you can turn your enchantment dust and use, oh, maybe that's what that is. Maybe that's enchantment dust. You can use that to power up your existing enchantments. While the system functionally works, the UI is clunky and buggy. We have a plan to improve it and are currently working on that. Here is the character screen. So you've got your overview, reputations, achievements, and then the name of your cosmetic items, as well as your stats, your power, class, level, etc. You can also equip best right out of it. That's nice. The character panel, inspect yourself or another player. When you inspect another player, you want to see their stats and everything they have equipped. Also, you might want to see other details like their achievements, guild, or house and castle. If you're inspecting yourself, it'll let you know all of your stats and your current power level. Very handy for making sure your character is at or above the power you should be at your level. This smart screen will ultimately let you do all of the above. Woo, wow, look at the amount right here. 167 gigabytes of memory for the Unity thing. Says too much Unity. We have upgraded this project so many times and I have never removed any of my old installs of Unity. 169 gigabytes of hard drive space eaten up by old Unity editors. Wow. Project Omni. You may have heard about Project Omni a few times in passing. It's the code name for a set of Unity C# scripts and tools that I've been working on for the past year. And this gives you an example here. So this is running in the Unity Omni project thing. Project Omni has three purposes: for converting our older games to Unity, for adding mini games to AQ World Infinity, that'll be awesome, for making new experimental anything goes single player AQ AE games. In the last post, I was pretty thrilled that my Omni code was added to Infinity. Today, I am thrilled that monsters from Infinity are now able to be ported into Omni. The Infinity Sneevil in the GIF below is being hit in the face with a ball loaded with AQDF combat logic. Behind the scenes, in Infinity, we've been working on this game for so long that Prehistoric Dinosaurs messaged me to see if it is ready to launch yet. I've made it a point of being extremely transparent and accurate when talking about Infinity with you. If I do not know something, I will let you know I don't know yet. When I change my mind, I will let you know. When I change my mind back, well, you have been here before, right? In the early days of Infinity, my design notes read like stereo instructions. Since then, we've gotten back to the classic AE humor and I stopped reporting on the boring stuff. The vast sea of behind-the-sea boring stuff that accounts for 95% of what eats up our dev time, which is what he was posting. Most of which is spent in voice chat. Woo! Wow, 835 hours in voice chat. Walk around me 3 times. If you walk around this Moglin 3 times, you unlock a secret. Apparently, that's pretty cool. There is no secret cow level. There was a joke in the original Diablo where players could tell people to walk around a cow 99 times to open a secret cow level. Always thought it would be cool to actually do something like that. So using the Omni stuff, I was able to make it possible to walk around something a certain number of times to unlock it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing weird things like this. That is actually a really neat idea. Now here's Artix doing a dance with the Angry Bear. Also doing a dance. Go faster, Infinity Team. Real people created our games. Each monster, weapon, pet, and cutscene is animated by an artist's hand, and we want to keep it that way. Thank you for making this possible. Enjoy the new releases this year, and get ready, because 2026, our mission to release AQ Worlds Infinity before GTA 6. What a weird, but absolutely legit goal. Happy Frostvale. And that is it for this video. Are you guys looking forward to the progression of AQ World Infinity? Let me know in the comments below. We'll see you guys in the next one.